first time I heard you mention the name Edwin Valero before he came over from Venezuela to the U.S. And you told me when he gets here, I want you to take a look at him because he's the best prospect to come out of Venezuela in 30 years. Did you really believe that?
Yes, I believe that because, number one, we had Fort Valero in the amateurs in a national tournament
with Francisco Panchito
versus
Bojado.
Francisco Panchito Bojado. Valero won that particular fight, but in the last round, I recall he staggered Panchito, and he almost staggered Panchito in the amateurs, not with his skills and ability. And I remember that. Then when I got a call from a representative of Valero in Venezuela, he said, "Joe, you have to take a look at the tape." I took a look at the tape, and it didn't impress me at first. But then I reviewed the tape again, and I started really going into the techniques of this youngster. Mm-hmm. I can see his ability. I can see the power. I can see the killer instinct that he possessed. So when I mentioned that to you, I said, "David, you've got to look at this young man." There was no doubt in my mind that there was not natural talent, but raw talent in this youngster. And it was a matter of maybe polishing that raw talent and building a superstar to this kid. There was never any doubt in my mind.
But true, I trained for 30 years, a professional and amateur fighters. And I'm working with Jory Boy and Ponce de Leon, Panchito Bojado, Mike Anchondo. But I trained Edwin Valero from Venezuela. He's a tremendous fighter, tremendous talent.
He loves to be in the ring. Yeah. You know, I told him here. I said, you know what? I told him that one of the things that the difference between you and a lot of other fighters here is that you love being in the ring. It don't matter how many rounds, but you just love it. That's your office, and it's like where you're comfortable, and like nothing else in the world matters but you in that ring. Because you know, he gets in there and he's just a happy camper. I said, well, you know what? Well, that's why you're going to be a superstar. If you continue to work and as hard as you do, you're going to be a superstar. You could be the next superstar of boxing.
This man was so sure of himself. His power was so natural that in his mind he thought that he can go out there and just by throwing the first few shots he would destroy the opponent. And he was right. You can see the improvement, you can see the talent, you can see his boxing ability. Whenever he knocked out an opponent, he was always thinking.
Right.
He would always go in and execute in time and change his speed and fake and jab and change the combinations in mid-air, change power in mid-air like a Michael Jordan. He had that ability. Mm-hmm. So that's basically what we tried to teach this youngster. And we were doing very well until the bad news from the commission that Valero could not fight anymore in the state.
At the start of 2004, he gets suspended by the New York Athletic Commission. And he doesn't know if he's ever going to fight again. Now, I would say probably 75 to 95% of most professional fighters. So they get that news. Number one, they're mentally devastated. Yeah. They don't know what the heck they're going to do. But you don't see them, if they know that they don't have a license to fight, and there's no guarantee that they're ever going to fight again, are you going to see them in the gym every day, day in and day out, training as though they have a fight coming up?
It surprised me because he never stopped. He never stopped one day to train. He have about a year and a half, I think, a year and a half, don't fight over here in California. Believe me, he never stopped one day.
Him and Ponce were what I call
machines.
Training freaks.
Yeah.
These were not humans.
I don't know how this putting this guy in all together. He's you have everything.
Valero was a street kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, Valero was a gang type kid, or motorcycles. They would get on the motorcycles and go hold up people and steal and cut the chains. And
Right.
that's the type of life that he had as a youngster. Valero's a wild man. His wife and baby, it brought him back to earth. His boxing, brought him back to life to become the type of person he is, a human being. But Valero is a street warrior, a street gang fighter. That's exactly what this youngster is. Every time we went into a sparring session with any fighter in any gym, we always tell them the same thing. Valero and Paul said, guys, listen. If you beat up on these guys, if you show them that you are better than them, and you go out there and try to destroy them and knock them out, we're going to lose our sparring.
You know, I remember this thing because Lascano told me, I'll be back tomorrow. And he left headgear, gloves, cups in my gym. And he never coming back.
And I remember Robert Santa Cruz was the first one up in the ring with him. And he says, after the first round, he comes back and he tells me, the guy cheats. And I go, what do you mean he cheats? Yeah, he hits in the arms, and it hurts. I go, well, don't let him hit you in the arms.
You know, there were times when he didn't want to go out there. Joe, I want to go out there, and hey, Joe, watch how I'm going to hurt him. No, Valero, listen, why don't you do me a favor? Why don't we box him? Why don't we set him up? Why don't we destroy his guns? Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Why don't we? Yeah. Why don't we hit the shoulders? Why don't we hit him in the heart? Why don't we hit him in the neck? Why don't we go to the Adam's apple and cut his breathing out? Yeah. Why don't we stab him a couple of times? Don't go for the kidney shot. Why don't you stab him right down the middle?
Juan Lascano didn't want to spar with him anymore. So it was basically the bulk of the sparring work they got here in Southern California. It was with Jose Armando Santa Cruz, his brother Roberto, and Urbano Antillon, your guys. What is it about your guys?
We never refuse anybody. in the gym.
You don't discriminate?
We don't discriminate. Short, tall, southpaws, right-handers, dirty fighters, bring them on. Bring them all on.
I was down Valero. Listen, I don't want you to have any relationship with your beautiful wife because we're going to spar tomorrow. So maybe there was maybe a day or in between where Valero would you can see that Valero was weak. But he went in there one time, and I think that the brothers, the Santa Cruz brothers, they got to him. After he finished sparring about 6-7 rounds, he said, "Joe, not tomorrow. The following day, set it up for the following day. I'm going to give him an ass whipping. Joe, I'm going to destroy both of these guys." Because he knew in his mind maybe he was a little weak.
Right.
So we come back a couple of days later, and we sparred. I believe it was 14 rounds.
Yeah.
Valero sparred 14 rounds.
Right.
And just simply, overpower these youngsters.
I remember Urbano the first time he goes, "You don't hit that." I mean, he hits hard, man, but you don't hit that fucking hard like everybody says.
Really?
Yeah. Well, that's just Urbano being Urbano.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, I don't see what all the big commotion's all about. But they had sparred, I think 4 times before that one time when he got rocked.
God.
Eso. A la manzanita.
sparred Antillon on several occasions. And Valero came back to the corner. He said, Joe, come on now, come out. I said, just go out there. Son, just play with him. But you know what, Dougie? He went out there and he tagged him.
It's rare though. It's rare.
Here, somebody got
Yeah,
knocked
rare.
out in sparring.
Yeah.
But I've been watching sparring for 15 years. You know what I mean? Like, out here,
And it
world class
wasn't
gyms.
until
I've never seen a sparring session have to get stopped because somebody got hurt until that sparring session between Valero and Antillon.
I think that he's one of those freaks of nature, that has that power. That he's like the Julian Jackson of the back in the days. All it takes was one punch, and he landed that punch, and the fight was over. And I think that's where Edwin Valero has that. But it's not common. Not something that we use often. Yeah, body shots.
Yeah,
you see
right.
those often.
Yeah.
But not to the chin or to the head.
Right.
Yeah.
Did that.
I mean,
I'm surprised he stayed on his feet, I gotta tell you.
Urbano's a tough son.
Yeah,
SOB, man.
I know that.
He's a tough, and he knows how to. Oh, if you saw him against Valle, he knows how to survive.
Right.
He finds a way. But he got hurt because, like I said, he went, he reached for him. Something he knows he's not supposed to be doing, but he made a mistake, and the other guy countered on it and got him.
Then we came back to another gym here in Maywood and sparred Antillon again. And I told
Rudy.
I said, Rudy, you sure you were? Yeah, Joe, we went the kid. I said, you shouldn't spar with him. Again, he didn't stagger him, he didn't hurt him, but it was just vicious. I mean, Valero was...
Yeah, he beat him up all over his body.
Oh, he destroyed him.
I remember Joe Hernandez, mijo, don't. You're gonna get your boy hurt. You're gonna get your boy hurt. You don't want to do this. I'm telling you. I go, you know what, Joe? I go, I want it and he wants it, and we want to. We just need to be reassured again.
Busca distancia, no te quedes. Cambia la guardia, cambia la trayectoria. Y eso. Cambia. Laterales. Te cuadra. Eso. Camina. Camina. ¡Chupa! Dale vuelta. Dale vuelta. Mira, no tires duro, natural. Dos perdiz izquierda se va. Finito, finito. El otro lado. Quita la manzanita.
say he's just a freak of nature. And like I said, Jose Armando Santa Cruz is the only one to ever hold his own against him. You know,
Santa Cruz never seen him get hurt by Valero.
never.
Never seen Santa Cruz get hurt.
As a matter of fact, he's a lot of times Santa Cruz was the one dominating him. He would always dominate him with the straight face because Mondo. Yeah. Santa Cruz had his number only because he would go to straight punches. Those long arms of him would neutralize that right hook, and also he had to stay active because if you stand there with him, he'll hit you in the arms. But if you keep those, and the moment he's moving, you get those arms out, then he can't hit you in the arms, and you're not gonna feel that the pain because they did claim to be hurt.
But there's a fight that he had in Japan, Dougie, that I didn't see Valero in the ring.
Right, that was against Hiro Banda, one of
Yes.
his comeback fights.
I saw
the third
Valero
and fourth.
going out there in a style which was worse than the style that he first had when he first came here to the
Right.
U.S. I saw him go back to the old days and then probably beyond, maybe at the beginning of his career where he was just trying to knock these people out without even thinking in the ring.
Right.
What I see, for maybe for this particular fight coming up, which is a title fight for Valero, if the real Valero comes out, the real monster, and with the finesse that he's learned throughout and the experience throughout his 18 fights comes out, he'll think in the ring. But if we see the monster that we saw in Japan, it's going to be very difficult.
You think he's going to beat Mascara?
Yeah, the guy likes to fight.
Right, Mascara's
And
a
then
macho guy. He's aggressive.
Yeah, so I think the moment he gets tagged, that's it. Fight's over. I don't think the fight goes more than 2 rounds.
Mosquera have a lot of rounds more in Valero. He's supposed to have more experience in either he's go to the Olympians, but I think Valero because these guys they have a lot of discipline. He's working hard in the gym, and about this fight for the championship fight, I think he's working like an animal.
I know Valero. Valero's going to go in there and destroy this young man from the first get-go. He's going to go in there, and once he lands the first few shots on this youngster, I don't think that Mosquera can absorb the punishment that Valero will give him. He's not going to go in there and think. I think I know Valero a little, which is raw, mind you, because I think you get an experienced champion like Mosquera could time you, make you miss, tie you up, and
And fight dirty.
Yeah, right.
Mascara employs a lot of rough stuff.
Keep his hands up and then let you shoot to the body, sidestep you. Anything can happen. I don't think Valero will fall into that trap. I think Valero will come out aggressive. I think Valero, the Valero I know, I hope he's learned how to keep his hands up. I hope he's learned how to use his footwork for defense. I don't think so. I think that the adrenaline, the idea of going for that world title, he's going to go back to being the Valero that came here from Venezuela, and he's going to go out there and he's going to try to destroy him, and I think he's going to accomplish that. I think his mission is, I am going to destroy him. I'm going to kill you, and that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to destroy him. I'm not saying kill him, for the word, but he's going to destroy Mosquera.